Competition is a fundamental aspect of life, as organisms continuously compete for the resources necessary for their survival, growth, and reproduction. These resources include food, water, shelter, and mates. In any given environment, these resources are often limited, leading to competition among individuals of the same species, intraspecific competition, and between different species, interspecific competition. The need to secure these resources drives many of the behaviors and adaptations seen in the natural world. Organisms compete because the availability of essential resources directly affects their ability to survive and reproduce. For example, in a forest, trees compete for sunlight, water, and nutrients in the soil. Taller trees with broader leaves may outcompete smaller, less efficient ones by absorbing more sunlight and shading those beneath them. Similarly, animals may compete for food, territory, or access to mates. Predators may compete for the same prey, while herbivores may compete for the same plants. The outcomes of these competitions often determine which organisms thrive, reproduce, and pass on their genes to the next generation. Those that are better adapted to their environment tend to outcompete others, leading to natural selection and the evolution of species over time. Changes in the environment can have significant knock-on effects on competition and the survival of organisms. For instance, a change in climate, such as a prolonged drought, can reduce the availability of water, intensifying competition among organisms that rely on it. Plants may die off, reducing food sources for herbivores, which in turn affects the predators that feed on them. Similarly, if a new species is introduced into an environment, it may outcompete native species for resources, leading to shifts in the balance of the ecosystem. Invasive species, for example, often disrupt local ecosystems because they have no natural predators and can outcompete native species for food and habitat. Human activities also cause environmental changes that have widespread knock-on effects on competition among organisms. Pollution, deforestation, and urbanization can alter habitats and reduce the availability of resources, forcing organisms to adapt, migrate, or face extinction. For example, deforestation can lead to the loss of habitat for many species, increasing competition among the remaining individuals for the shrinking resources. Overfishing can deplete fish populations, leading to increased competition among predators that rely on them for food. These environmental changes can lead to complex cascading effects. When one species is removed or its population declines, it can affect other species within the ecosystem. For example, if a top predator is removed from an ecosystem, it can lead to an increase in the population of prey species, which may then overconsume vegetation, leading to habitat degradation and affecting other species that rely on that vegetation. Such changes can destabilize ecosystems and lead to a loss of biodiversity, affecting the overall health and functionality of the environment. In summary, competition is a natural and essential process through which organisms vie for the limited resources they need to survive and reproduce. The outcomes of these competitions shape the structure of ecosystems and drive the evolution of species. Environmental changes, whether natural or human-induced, can have profound knock-on effects on competition, altering the balance of ecosystems and impacting the survival of species. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for conserving biodiversity and maintaining the health of the planet's ecosystems.